This presentation applies Lafayette Martin's 5-step strategy model to the ride-sharing service Uber. So let's jump right in. What is our winning aspiration? Uber's mission statement is as follows. We ignite opportunity by setting the world in motion, and we believe they do just that. Their winning aspiration is to offer a better and more convenient service to their customers by use of technology. Their strong sense of entrepreneurialism and risk-taking allowed them to create their own demand for their product. Their goal is to win by growing globally and consistently making ride-sharing more comfortable, convenient, and affordable. Where will we play? Uber was introduced into the taxi market as Uber Cab. Soon after, however, they had to drop the word cab since they weren't officially licensed as a cab service. Now, when entering a new city, they rely on a network of established and licensed limousine drivers instead. As for their customer segmentation, Uber was aimed for those who do not own a car, need transportation, and seek convenience. We all know public transport can take too much time sometimes. As you can see, they further targeted different consumers with different incomes by creating different rideshare categories that differ in price. If you had a little bit more money, you would consider an Uber Lux since it's more high-end. If you wanted to save some money, but you had some more time on your hand, you could consider an Uber Pool. How will we win? Uber aims to position itself in the market as a better ride-sharing service than its competitors. Their strategy consists of analyzing current players in the market and producing a better service. In doing this, Uber noticed that consumers did not like the conditions of the current ride-sharing market because taxis were too old or simply refused to take payment by card. Uber then used this as the foundation of their model by allowing users to summon a variety of cars and pay directly from their smartphones, eliminating the fuss of cash. The ability to summon and pay for transportation all from your smartphone was something that did not exist prior to Uber. They revolutionized the taxi service for both riders and drivers and completely created a new service and thus created their own demand. To zoom in a bit on a common problem faced by taxi riders, we look at an example of a DC resident who lived outside of the capital and often struggled to get a taxi home because drivers would typically not be able to get a return fare. This problem of being denied a ride due to their destination is a major flaw in the taxi service that many people struggle with. What did Uber do, you ask? Uber's agreement states that drivers cannot see the destination until after they accept the trip. By monitoring to see if drivers are consistently canceling trips, they can then decide which of them need to be completely dropped by the network. This type of business model ensures maximum customer satisfaction at a minimal cost since they do not need to go through the rehiring process. This leads us to believe that Uber is actually a great execution of the Blue Ocean strategy. They entered the ride-sharing market and created a low-cost means of fulfilling a need that was not there before. As mentioned, their low cost stems from not hiring the drivers themselves, rather developing a system where drivers could sign up and then be vetted and selected by the company, saving them time and money on hiring, training, wages, and salaries. Overall, in comparison to their competitors, Uber offers convenience, speed, and safety, and usually a cheaper price. Although if you look at the chart, this depends on the city. On the driver's side, they benefit from the ability to pick their own hours, and in fact, they often make more money since 80% of the trip fare goes to them. A San Francisco driver shared his experience on how he made $700 through Uber, though the same number of hours would have made him $300 on cab. Even though sometimes Uber prices are more expensive, Uber's ability to capitalize the ride-sharing market is evident in major cities such as New York. This chart shows that from 2015 to 2019, Uber saw a significant increase in the number of riders in comparison to taxis. What capabilities must we have in place? To enhance rider experience, we consider Uber's first core capability, which is their GPS technology, which allows for accurate pickup even in rural areas. It also means that the rider can track the route to feel more safe. Another capability is their policy on finding out the destination post-accepting the ride, which minimizes passenger rejection by the driver. Also, their two-way rating system ensures good service and clean cars almost every time. For trip fares, secure payment and fare prediction minimizes surprise fees and makes payment easier. For the future, Uber could consider offering more safety tips, such as what side of the road to be on when you're waiting for your ride. Now, for their core capabilities that allow them to retain drivers, we look at a feedback system that allows room for improvement, an income tracker, and a referral program, which is another means of making money. What management systems do we need? For their riders, drivers, and employees, Uber has certain feedback methods and performance measures. Their two-way feedback system allows them to regulate drivers and remove them from the network if their rating drops below 4.6 out of 5. They also factor in the total number of trips and cancel trips performed by this driver. On the office employees' side, Each employee is expected to develop a list of their short and long-term goals, which are then shared with the managers who provide feedback and help empower these employees to achieve their goals. The last system that allows Uber to achieve its goals is their constant investment in research and development. In 2018, they invested over $457 million in R&D. An example where the benefit of this investment comes into play is their accurate fare calculation system that factors in time, distance, traffic, and demand as well. Here's a list of our references, and thank you for listening.